A couple weeks ago, I found out that the 2028 Marathon Olympic Trials are going to be in St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis is home, and I thought it would be extremely cool if I set out to try to run the qualifying time to get into the marathon trials so I can run and represent for my city. I'm going to put myself to the test and bring you guys along the journey of me trying to get to the marathon trials in 2028 in St. Louis, Missouri. Right now my marathon PR is 2:33:32. I did that this year on a pretty hilly course. It was the Greater St. Louis Marathon. It was by far the hardest course that I've ran, and I've run Boston. I ran St. Louis in 2024. It was a different course at the time, and that was my first marathon. I thought that was super hard, but for some reason they just decided to make it even harder, put even more hills. And I did Chicago in 2025, and I ran 2:35, and that was a huge PR at the time. So I PR'd 2 minutes on a way hillier course. So I feel like I'm in about 2:30, maybe 2:28 at best right now shape. And the marathon trials qualifying time is sub 2:16 or 2:16 flat for the marathon. So I got a lot of work to do. How I intend to do this is first bump up my mileage. The last blocks that I was doing, I was around 40 to 50 miles a week. And that's not because of, lack of discipline or anything. That's just because I'm a grown man now and I have obligations. I work full time. I have all these side hustles, and it's just been hard to get in miles. Just body's breaking down from working. My work is physical labor. I'm a contract painter. I'm gonna try to dumb down doing the physical labor stuff and step into coaching. That's kind of what I've been doing for the last year now, is kind of building a coaching business. Next thing would be nutrition. I've been doing a lot of research on how to properly fuel. I've been getting better with that throughout the years, but it's still hard for me to get in the amount of carbs that I've been researching. I was finding that I need to be consuming about 500 to 600 carbs per day, and I don't think I've been close to that, to be honest. I think I probably at most get in 300 to 400, and yeah, I don't consume any carbs while I'm running, like doing runs, unless it's a race. So I've never practiced with gels in like workouts and whatnot. Like if I do a long run, like my marquee long run at the end of a block, like a 22 miler at race pace, then I'll practice my gels. But that's like a couple weeks out from the marathon. I've never done like just having gels on hand for hard workouts or long runs throughout the block. So I'm gonna be trying that out. I'm experimenting with creating my own gels at home so I don't have to spend all the money to just have gels on hand. That's gonna get a little expensive for me. And third thing would just be like the type of workouts. I'm trying to get more VO2 max work in and just being more consistent with that. And also, since the trials are gonna be in St. Louis, I don't know what course they're gonna be doing, but every course that I've ran in St. Louis has been pretty hilly. So I'll be implementing some hills, a lot more hill training, just to give myself one, strength, and two, just running on hills makes like flatter courses that much easier. So when I do go for a qualifying time and I go to like, maybe like an Indiana or a CIM, I'll have all that built up strength from doing hills, and then running on a flat course will be that much easier to hit pace. So I'll definitely be working on that. Okay, so this is a tentative 2-week structure of how I'm gonna train. So week 1, Monday is gonna be off or cross train. And the cross train is gonna be just doing like stationary bike type work. Tuesday is gonna be easy fartlek just to get the legs going, have like decent amount of mileage, but also a little bit of speed just to, get everything firing for the workouts. I've been doing 200 meters on, 200 meters off for 4 miles. So I'll do like a 2-mile warm up. I'll run to my local track. I'll do 200 meters in like about 5:30 to 6 minutes per mile. So it's kind of at marathon pace. And then, 200 meters off is just an easy jog. And I'll do that for about 4 miles, and and then I'll finish out my run, whether that's another 2-mile cool down or 4-mile cool down, whatever I got to do for that day. That's what I do. So that's on Tuesday. And then Wednesday is my first workout of the week. It's a VO2 max workout and then a lower body gym session. VO2 max workouts will look like 3-minute intervals at a pretty hard pace, maybe like around 5K pace. I'll be doing those at. So VO2 max stuff is going to be from like 4:45 per mile pace to 5-minute pace. I've been doing 3-minute intervals. I've done 4-minute intervals before. I have this new workout that I've done that I like a lot, where I'll run a mile at 5K pace. So a mile like 5 flat to 5:10, and then I'll do 2-minute intervals, like 1 mile at 5K pace, 2 by 2-minute intervals at about 3K pace, and then I'll do repeats of that, and then I do about a 2-minute rest between each of those intervals. And say we'll do that for about 3 to 4 times. So that's been a pretty good workout. Extremely hard. I might dial back on that, but it's been going pretty good. So Tuesday, easy fartlek. Wednesday, VO2 max. Thursday, off. Friday, easy run plus a hard cross train double. Saturday, threshold and explosive plyometrics. So another thing I plan to do in this block is, 1, take more rest days than previous blocks. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm gonna be adding in a lot more speed work and like explosive plyometrics, because my idea is, if I train like I'm obviously training like a distance runner, like a marathoner, getting in the mileage, but adding in more speed and like plyometric type work just to build my lower body stronger, like say a sprinter, like basketball or football even. If I train my body like that, it'll be able to, 1, withstand the mileage a lot better, and 2, I think it will prevent injury. As long as you ease into it, as long as I ease into it, I think it'll prevent a lot of injuries, just being stronger lower body and being more athletic in my lower body. I grew up playing basketball, and I haven't had many injuries throughout my running career. I've only had like 1 serious one, and I've been running for about 20 years. And I give credit to basketball because just like all the sharp movements and all the explosive stuff that we used to do, I think it just made my lower body strong. And then like something like running and jogging and stuff just didn't really take that much of a toll on my lower body, because, you know, I grew up jumping and doing all these harsh movements. So I'm trying to add that back in to my training, just because I feel like it just makes me faster. It just makes me faster, it makes me more durable. So with that being said, I'm gonna try to take more off days to give my body time to recover, because I haven't done explosive stuff like that in a while, and I don't wanna overwhelm the system. The first Sunday of the 2-week block is just an easy long run with strides. And then we get to the second week. Monday is off or cross train. That's the same as the first week. Tuesdays is a hill fartlek. So it's the same fartlek that I was doing the first week, but this time it's on hills. So I'll go out, find a 100, 200 meter hill, and then I'll do an easy fartlek around that for about 4 miles. That's what I've been doing lately, is 4-mile fartleks, but that will steadily increase to, I'll probably end up doing, you know, maybe up to about 8 miles. I don't think I need to go any farther than that on these fartleks, but 8 miles on that with a warm up and a cool down. And then Wednesday is easy plus cross train. Thursday is VO2 max and speed development and gym. So that's probably one of my hardest days of the 2-week block. I'm doing a VO2 max workout. We already talked about what those look like. And then speed development is literally working on my sprint mechanics and just top end speed. So that will look like anything. That will look like 50 meter sprints all out, skipping, doing hundreds, maybe some 200s, just anything working on my top end speed, working on my kick, working on my strength. and then another gym session. And then Friday will be off. Like I said, that day's the Thursday is going to be pretty hard, so we're just taking Friday completely off so my body has time to recover and to absorb the gains of doing workouts, like hard workouts like that. Then Saturday is an easy long run. So if my normal long run's about 15-16 miles at the start of the block, easy long run is going to be about 12-13 miles. So just a little bit less mileage and a lot slower of a pace. And then to wrap up the 2-week block, Sunday is going to be a tempo long run / marathon pace. So the second Sunday of the 2-week block is pretty much just going to be a long tempo or practicing marathon pace. And like I said, right now marathon pace or goal marathon pace for this next marathon is going to be around 5:30 per mile. We're trying to get down to the 2:20 lows. So yeah, that's the tentative plan. Like I said, I'll keep you guys updated on everything. I'm real excited for this journey. It's gonna be a long, hard fought battle, but it is nothing we are afraid of on this channel. You already know what the motto is. SDY, stop doubting yourself, get after it by any means necessary. And yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that, and I'm gonna be also updating you guys on the Homestretch. Homestretch is a series where I run until I can buy my family a home. That's why I'm doing content creation. That's why you're seeing my face in the first place, is because I'm trying to build a social media platform that can provide opportunities not only for me but for my family, and all the money that I make from doing content creation goes into a down payment for my family at the end of the day. And if you want more on that story, I got a plethora of videos on here explaining the background behind that and my reasoning for wanting to do that, and the significance of it all. So go check that out if you have the free time. And yeah, I greatly appreciate a like. Please leave a comment. I love to see what all you guys are up to in your journeys and your thoughts on my journey. And yeah, please hit that subscribe button. As always, stop doubting yourself, baby. Let's get it.